Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, now a dark horse has arrived in that Smash Zone, as it's none other than the silent killers of Aurora Gaming. Because this squad, we have said it over and over again, if you give them a chance, they will take it. This squad has been through everything. They have had multiple global MVPs. The only thing that's missing right now, Max, is that trophy. And now that they're here, everybody that was in that Smash Zone, you better watch out.
Doc, I'm sorry. I was doubting you this tournament. He woke up and he chose violence that game. Oh my goodness, Vitality, S2G, it does not matter. He was chasing you down. And because of that, Aurora make it right into the Smash-In and can be competing for that trophy.
Can't they just? And guess what? We are looking at the final few matches here. We are going to be going into Miramar. Aurora do very well in Miramar, 9 times out of 10. They are big fragging, big winning. Cannot wait for this next one coming up because Aurora are in. They just might do it.
Yeah, and the position that they were in too, obviously on that bottom zone of the hill, they had Vitality to worry about. One player from Furia, and obviously, you know, you look at S2G sitting on the height. Lost, moving out of position there, and obviously Aurora catching them off. You can just see the dominance that this team has when they're under pressure.
15 eliminations out of this squad, 25 points total. And Hachu said this too, and we gotta make sure we double it up too, because Enigma Galaxy, everybody that wanted to go one more game, thank you, Enigma Galaxy, because you decided to just full-on crash it to Noxium Red Force.
Oh yeah, Flash and Noxium Red Force. The fight begins on Crate Hill. They fully third party it. What a great re-engage from them.
Something we need to keep a close eye on is this right here. When you're not able to close it out, and it's something that you brought up earlier too, Lace. Sometimes in a battle royale, in PUBG Mobile Esports, you only get one chance to win it via Smash Roll. If you're not able to close it out, you start overthinking yourself. You start seeing what those players are currently doing, which is just putting themselves down and starting to doubt stuff in their head too.
I mean, we've seen it with the arena. Now, obviously, S2G, they had such a powerful position from the get-go. They were moving their rotation so well with each and every zone close. The height on the hill here, but like I said before, the positioning from Lost, sort of moving over this top side of the hill, unfortunately was caught out by Aurora looking down. So
oh my goodness.
You can see the upset on their face from this, and they just knew from that moment they messed up, Max.
Oh, the Doc and Reefus wombo combo. Like, that is what you want to see as an Aurora fan. That is such a good execution. And really, the push from S2G, I would say, was not even a bad idea. But the thing is, they had so many angles on the side of Aurora. No tree, no rock was going to be enough cover to keep you alive in the very end. Kamikaze, of course, trying to keep the dream alive, but Aurora were just way stronger at the end. And Aurora now making the jump up, man. A 4-man race. We don't see very often on the global stage, but any of those 4 teams could still now be crowned your champions.
They can be crowned their champions, and we do have 2 games left if it doesn't finish here in a Smash, with the Smash format in this next match, which means that some other teams could still end up pushing out. We got a chance to see earlier that Smash race graphic. You can see 4 Thrives is still, even though 4 Thrives hasn't really been performing that well, awful day after that rondo, they could still find themselves a way up towards that Smash zone. But when it comes to Aurora, when it comes to that fight with S2G, I kind of want to rewind a little bit to that, because I was thinking maybe S2G took a little bit too long to try to get even more angles and spread out even more.
I'm not sure. I thought that S2G played it well enough. I thought that they had enough angles, that they were timing it very well. The problem was Lost getting knocked. For Aurora, that is like smelling blood in the water, and it just activates immediately. Like, once they get that knock, Aurora are all over it. Full push, full send, complete synergy. They like, right, we have a target, we know what we're doing now. So for me, I think it's less S2G and more Aurora.
Yeah, they were in great positions. I absolutely agree to you. And Aurora were moving to the rotation on Vitality. If they were just to wait another moment, it would have opened up an even better position for them. But obviously, you know, like Max says, they were sort of making that push. It wasn't the worst decision, it was the timing decision that put them out.
With that overall now, we see the Aurora jumping up to that 2nd place in tying Noxium Red Force at 140 points apiece. Nongshim Red Force does have 3 chicken dinners, Aurora with 2 here. And as we're looking at this overall ranking, even before this one, we got a chance to see the top teams for Miramar, Max.
Yes.
And we ended up seeing Nongshim there, and as well as E-Arena. This could be the turnaround for E-Arena.
I mean, especially, wait, Neptura, remind me, PMI, Macau Invitational, which map was it? The Nongshim Red Force won on and got the smash.
Was that game 6?
It was game 6, and it was what battleground it was?
I think it's a Miramar.
I think it was a Miramar.
it's
Exactly.
Miramar.
Thank you very much for confirming my suspicions, Neptura, because it is Miramar. It's Nongshim Red Force o'clock. But I do want to say, 4 Thrives, Nigma Galaxy, Furia, Tiamba, if we do get to that hypothetical scenario where none of the top 4 teams get chicken dinner, these guys, the top 3 is not going to cut it. You need a win if you want to do it. And you know what? That means from those teams on the second half of this first page, you need back-to-back chicken dinner to be the champions.
And we're starting to see the crowd pop up as well, especially towards the end when S2G, one of those players, ended up getting knocked. You can see all the fans from Horror, all the fans from 4 Thrives just getting so excited because that just means one more chance for those squads. 4 Thrives, you are 17 points away. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, Lace, but they're going to have to try.
I'm a believer. There's still time, absolutely, for them and to be able to capitalize on that. And what we've seen, and obviously a lot of these zone pulls on Miramar, they could have that potential to be able to do it. Obviously, you know, we saw it from the, the hashtag EWC posts. They just need that chicken dinner, which will maximize those points for them, and obviously to close it out in the following game.
I'm just looking at a bunch of squads here as well that you have absolutely nothing to lose. Throw everything. Do anything you can for those eliminations. Do anything you can for those points. And for everybody currently watching at home, don't forget that the PMWC Lucky Spin is currently available in the game. Log in and do your spins before it's gone. You could get the Electron Energy set, the Proton Power set, and that grows out that I'm just so close to getting it that I feel like today, after we crown a champion, I'll be able to get it. The PMWC Lucky Spin available now. Go check it out. Co-created with PDP creator Nana. But you were wanting to say something before we're talking about those awesome skins.
Talking about the bottom teams, right? The teams that have nothing to lose. I want to look especially at the Indian teams, right? Orangutan, and also looking at God like AKOP had some really good plays, by the way, earlier today on Rondo specifically. So good one on AKOP. But at this point, it's just about getting experience. Just try and get as high a rank as you possibly can. I would say top 10 would be great to see you try and one of those two teams to try and finish on. But I'm sure that with how much they've learned this event, next time we do see them 7, they're going to come back even stronger, maybe in PMGC.
I think so. I mean, we already seen a strong performance out of OG, this one being now their second international event. For Godlike, they have completely shattered my expectations, even though after what I saw from earlier on, I had them in my top 5 for the finals here. The pressure, I feel like, ended up getting to them because it is their first international event. But I'm with you. I think that experience that they're going to be getting here is going to progress not only just for them, but also for India as a region.
Oh, exactly. I mean, if you look at the likes of X-Force Rejects, for instance, down in Africa, right, the African region, their global experience has been moving forward and actually influencing other teams around them in their local area. So it's the exact same thing for our Indian teams here. I've been very, very impressed with Godlike, very impressed with OG. Even in the finals coming in here, day 3, looking really good, making some fantastic plays against the likes of Tiamba, like a lot of different teams here. I do think that, yes, the experience is one thing here, 7. That's definitely not to be overlooked because they just don't have the experience these other teams do. But I will say, even I was surprised by the big jump between group survival and finals. Like, it's a completely different lobby than what they played earlier in the week. So for them, it's just really hard to adapt as well. And yeah, they're getting left behind, but still massive GGs. I'm very impressed.
Completely different playing style here in the finals. Group A, we got a chance to see just tacticalness. Group B, we got a chance to see aggressiveness. And survival, we got a little bit of a sneak peek. It was still passive, but now we're here in the finals. And now we only have possibly 1 match left. If nobody wins it from the top 4, then we will have that 6th match. But Barney, do you think it's going to be ending here in this first Miramar, or are we going to go one more?
Oh my goodness.
What is happening?
Dude, my heart is coming out of every orifice that I have, Lucy. I don't know what is going on.
It's getting insane.
It's getting so spicy here on the Gadir City grid. Of course, we now have 4 teams that are on Smash Point. We've got Nongshim Red Force.
Yes, indeed.
E-Arena.
Since a long time.
I know. It feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was a long time ago now.
And of course,
just Aurora Gaming just cuts it now.
I know, they're all fighting, battling tooth and nail for this right here. our beautiful PMWC trophy and the legacy
Of course.
at EWC.
And I think there is people from all over the world as well, like watching them. And I think our audience is ready as well. Everybody's like, one more game? No, don't want one game, depending of who you're rooting for, actually.
That's right, we step foot onto Miramar for a 2 times, potentially, but it could all end in the next match. And so, everyone in the Gadea City Grid, are you ready?
Of course, make some noise! Here we are, back to Newcastle for the game 5.
There you go, setting the stage perfectly there. Shout out to Barney and Luke, you've been absolutely killing it over the course of the event. And so have you, Paris. You've been absolutely electric here in the Gadea City Grid. And all of us are sat in anticipation for what is yet to come as we move over from Erangel and set our sights on the new geometry that is Miramar Blanc.
And we said goodbye to Rondo, we've said goodbye to Erangel, and we are saying hello to our 2 final Miramars, which will cap off this tournament. PMWC at EWC. It has been an absolute slammer of an event. But right now, that last game, not so much. It was a bit of a slam dunk from Aurora. And S2G misses the boat on that one.
And Eamon, I think what hurts most is that could have been the full 3-pointer Blanc. They were set up for a nice swish in through the net.
Yeah, they were. They absolutely were, but bounced off the backboard, directly back into their own face. I mean, for Kamikaze, completely understand it. I think his center position movements have been sick throughout the tournament.
All right.
This one, not so great.
Okay.
I think sometimes you do have to peel back and realize we need the full 4v4. I think a lot of the time Kamikaze's gone for those center anchors. It's been fine because they've had majority control anyway. And what he does by doing that is massively secure the win. Because he's able to play that position very effectively. That time around, when you've got Vitality up in that northern edge, you've got Aurora trying to push up the hillside, you need to fully reinforce that position, otherwise that happens. Either way, we were discussing it, it's a hard one, because right now Aurora's on an absolute high. They are living in the clouds at the moment, but for S2G, that's a mentally booming game.
It's going to get you. It's going to get you, even with the strongest mental fortitude, a game like that, you have to completely reset and effectively try and just play this one in isolation. Treat it as a best of one game, forget everything else. Because, yeah, otherwise you kind of sat there with the thoughts of, that was our championship game. We were very nearly in a reality where we could have been crowned champions.
Yeah.
But there are other teams that are eligible for that to be the outcome. And of course, like we touched on, with 2 games left to go, there is still plenty of opportunity for any one of them to close it out. That smash rule could still come into effect. You could still close it here in game 5.
For Nongshim, we know they can do it already. They did it yesterday on game 6. E-Arena hasn't looked terrible on Miramar either. S2G is known for their Miramars. So we'll wait and see how it does pan out. We're just waiting to get into game right now as everyone gets set up and ready to jump in. Ulf on our screens. I don't think it's been the worst of tournaments for them. It's just, there has been some missteps, right? And I think that it wouldn't be right for me to say that they played fine throughout the entirety of this tournament. They have made some missteps here and there. Sometimes, I think Neptune actually put it very well. They play very reactive into some of their late games, where I think there are some good decisions as they leapfrog into the circles, but then when things start to go wrong, they really go wrong. And that means losing one player here, one player there, trading off for things that they weren't quite expecting. But we do know that once Ulf gets towards an endgame as a 4-man, they look fine. They look really good. But it's getting there, which has been the difficulty for them. Aura, Sleepy currently is doing an incredible amount of work for the squad today. Looking fantastic. But we have seen them to lose that Erangel earlier on, where it felt like a sure thing. Tiamba was just showing up in a big way.
They were indeed. It was great to see the rise back to form for Tiamba. The topsy-turvy road for Enigma Galaxy as well. A lot of squads, a lot of narrative, things that we'll be picking into as this develops. To get in store for it, we're about to go live with this one. Miramar, Game 5 here at PMWC, at EWC 26. looking to crown another new champion, another new organization to fly the banner high, and our next 4 kings of PUBG Mobile here on the grand stage, live from Paris, France.
Penultimate match here. It's going to take an ultimate game for some of these guys to get it done. 4 teams vying for control right now. Other teams looking to break in that 122 points barrier to potentially take it all home on that final match. We're looking at Furia, Tiamba, 4 Thrives, Nigma Galaxy to make that jump. But there are 4 teams that could stop it right here, right now. Going into map number 5, Nongshim stopping out short over towards Ruins as per usual. Nice playing path for them. They can get looted very, very quickly and move into that circle when it pops. We've not seen a lot of Western circles, and Nongshim's been able to play a lot of these like Southeast, East circles fairly well, despite starting in Ruins, which is, I think, the most impressive thing about them. Tiamba out down towards Impala. And S2G will have to go for the full reset. And like you say, you kind of want the Men in Black mind wipe right now, don't you, really, from the coaches?
Yeah, the neuralizer, wipe that off. Glad to see this, though, mate. Yeah, a bit more normality instantly into this one in terms of the circle. We've had some pretty wacky circles at times, made it a bit uncomfortable for a few of the squads, a few of the games. Going into our first of the 2 Miramars, potentially 2, that is. Glad this is a more consistent start to open us up.
Yeah, we're around El Azahar, Hacienda del Patron. Kind of don't want to center up too much around here because we're heading over towards those horrible dead fields. Always a bit uncomfortable to play. You got Death Valley down towards Ricardo way. La Bandita is going to create a little bit of a funnel for our teams playing Los Leones, Potreso, as well as Impala. For S2G, straight shot towards the center available for them here. I think they're fine playing from truck stop. Nongshim Red Force, a little bit more of a journey, but can wrap on that north side. And again, jumping into this one, got to get a move on, just like Naruto Uzumaki. Just straight running across that water. But we want to bring some heat to the equation, some fire, with the Ninetales Fury Orc skin as well as the Naruto Uzumaki set. Plenty to win in game, plenty to grab. Make sure you do join in. But join us now as we head back into the game.
Yeah, that'll always be there waiting for you whilst the event's ongoing. To take advantage of it, but like Blank said, we'll stick with the present for now and see what we get out of this. Obviously early doors into it initially. No over-aggression necessary from the teams, not worth the risk due to the damage it could do back upon you. So it will be a fairly safe opening few minutes here of looting for a decent majority of our squads. Bit of a split there from OG early with the 3-1 setup, Aru further back. Ooh, and this has actually resulted in a bit of commotion as well. More high octane than potentially our first 4. S-Power comes in with the opening elimination as Godlike do get line of sight down onto OG.
Yeah, good shots from S-Power. Again, he has really made a name for himself here. Very well known within his own region, but now on a global stage. Known to be able to tango with the best of them. Incredible clutches throughout the entirety of the tournament for S-Power. Really just hope to see more of him in the future, honestly. This has been a wonderful event for him. Alongside with the rest of the squad supporting him wonderfully. Ulf getting nice and central on this one too. Just underneath Hacienda. Still a lot of teams yet to move in just yet though. Aurora getting the full loot on. You can see them on our screens right now. Still looking for some supplies. Mini 14 switched out there for the M16. But not set up, but I want to see what he picks up. Tiamba, genuinely from Impala right now, would be nice to see them getting another strong match in. Already shown they can do it. And with how tight those rankings are towards the top, I mean, just look at 8th through 5th. You're looking at 103 to 105. That's a big jump up in prize pool as well. And And it may all end here on this match, so you can really switch things up very, very quickly. I think for Tiamba, you know, getting a top 5 in this event would be a really, really good result for them. A bit hard to jump up over towards that top 4 with E-Arena on 123. I think that does bear mentioning, though, of E-Arena 123, because remember the first match on Rondo, they hit 122.
Yeah.
Over the next few matches, they have earned a single point. And this is what Smash Ruling does to you, man. Because you are so focused on getting that chicken dinner, so focused on hitting that smash that you forget that this might just go all the way through to the 6th match. And then Nongshim just takes it off the back of the tiebreaker between them and Aurora.
Now that is the double-edged sword to it. You're scared to play it out like a regular game due to the fear of having it slip through your fingertips and not getting that instantaneous win. But then, like you touch on, you leave yourself very susceptible to be lapped, and it's been a nice step up from the teams above them that are dangerously close to all being tied. 1 point of difference there, S2G on 139, everyone else on 140, and Nongshim and Aurora. The one saving caveat could be the fact we've seen a bit more aggression from our teams trying to first onto the big dogs in the lobby that are in the smash zone. So that's been saving these games and keeping them going for a bit longer. Cheeky peek there. Shots on target, but goes both ways. Bit of damage back over onto Ulf, and the 4-5s boys do start to turn tail.
Lovely pickup from Huzaifa there. He had his eyes over towards that concrete there, understood that that's a potential position a team could be playing in, instantly rebuffs the shots, and because of that, Falak stays up. Because in that position, I'm pretty sure he drops off the vehicle, he gets insta-flushed. So that does keep 4-5s as a 4-man, which they need, because they're right on 105 points. Get themselves 17 more on this match. They set themselves above that smash ruling. Challenge out for that top 3 as well if we do go all the way to 6 matches, which at internationals does tend to be the way things go down. Yeah, it's not a win though.
Scarface. Tight timing on the turnaround here. Being ran down by 4-5s. He's calling for the backup, and they're starting to swell over. Ooh, so close.
How is he alive?
I don't know. He's tucked in, finally found by Falak. He will fall. This is just as the rest of Ulf have pulled up to the party as well. Now they've got a read on this, they know. Instantly peppering the bullets back, and there's no reason to be here anymore. Call it quits.
I mean, it's so central. It's not a bad place to play, but I think you're right. Ulf just realizes that going to cut their losses on this one. This stage of the game, trying to get yourself further up in the rankings, not worth it. Take the fight against a team which might be elongated with the nades, been thrown through the windows, playing off the upstairs, can get very dangerous in there. Dropping those mollies as well. Zone 2, though, coming up, and Zone 2 will cut in very hard on Miramar. Plenty of fun areas this could head over towards on some hard shifts, can head over towards the high ground now. That's a highway over towards those fielded areas on the north side. Torre Armada, Cruz de Valle, water treatment also in place, so a lot of elevation as well as very, very shallow spots of the map. So quite a bit of fun here to work with going forward. Loot crate does drop down. This is very good for Nongshim Red Force as well, because as they've noticed with this circle going over towards the north side, they can cut in across Oasis, moving over towards Torre Armada. Enigma Galaxy will be the first team to grab this spot, though, coming in from El Pozo. But yeah, I think that Nongshim Red Force cuts out the majority of the queue on this.
For Nongshim, they've had a pretty firm grasp on these games, but there's been some awkward decisions again, mirroring the sentiments we've given out here about some of these sides struggling a little bit when the pressure starting to get to them, eating away at them with the decision-making.
I mean, this does feel slow as well, Jackie, for Nongshim, because I think they stopped off almost in Oasis. Had to think about what their next move was going to be, and they're still just making it across. It is rocky ground, though, so they're slowly finding their way in. But again, the more time they waste on this rotate, the more teams are going to make those wide routes. Furia being one of them. They're actually going to meet them on the roadside probably quite soon. And Furia has not been traveling through the blue Right now, the rest of Nongshim Red Force are trying to keep themselves at a reasonable HP count. Getting very close now. Might just tuck in.
You got Ulf here as well that have been hit from pillar to post on their movement throughout this game. They ran into OG. Bit of damage done. I mean, two players already hard flushed out. One of them knocked up on the ridge side. It's Aru, the last remaining member, throwing the nades down. That's nearly all of the offensive utility used as well, just the Molotov. So broken bottles and his teammates gone as the fire spreads. Meanwhile, top side, what we touched on before, the Nongshim rundown with Furia still hightailing behind them.
They actually get ahead of them on this as well. But Nongshim Red Force, they're kind of an unsuspected rotation. I think if Furia was keeping an eye on those drop spots, they should know that Nongshim drops towards Ruins and likely has made a very northern rotate, but they're going to take a very, very quick move in. You can see here, Igors playing bumper cars alongside with them as So Easy moves forward. The rest of the team hasn't quite regrouped yet, but they've got the two-man on this. Igor stops short over towards the concrete, forcing Nongshim Red Force to actually move away. He is quick with the positioning. Not very fun, and all this while the circle has been pulling in here, so Nongshim Red Force might need to make some quick decisions later on. Cruz Devaya actually quite free at the moment, but do you want to go there too early? You might want to now.
The Galaxy on screen now with a wrap round from Alula. Creating some space between them. Ooh, quick getting back in, looking to see if he can spot them out here. Smoke's casting at least enough of a shadow for him to stay tucked for now. Looking to buggy him out of this one. It's Ralph that's isolated. Ooh, there you go. Quick switch on the seats, easy headshot confirmed. And a hard flush, making it far more uncomfortable for Nigma. Three-man squad moves on.
Yeah, unfortunate. Did get down towards the south side of Cruz Devaya on that one. Ralph sadly behind. Nongshim continuing on their path forwards. Furia's really hampered them in every single turn on this. Consistently, Igor's dragging the rest of his team to better position, even now moving over towards the north side to get a better bead on where Nongshim Red Force is rotating in. This is really good presence of mind here from Furia, being very proactive of where teams are, gathering that information, and where So Easy's coming in might be combated by Igor's in the future. Oh, he is being so annoying. Alula will find Eren there, and I believe that is Ulf now out.
Wasn't an easy one for Ulf at all here. So many back-to-back fights. She started off losing a man to 4 thrives, then consistently just got punished by everyone. Now, Vitality are just sandwiching behind Furia as well on this push-up from Nongshim. You can see the establishing shot here. Overview of where they are on the spread. Let's see why. Got a scope attached. He's got a read on it. Vitality right behind them.
I got the MK14 as well. Be deadly at distance. Ayala spots Vitality, having a peek over. Just trying to figure out what's going on here. Tizzy stayed behind for Nongshim Red Force, ensuring that there wasn't going to be any cheeky rotates over the north side. He's going to get a Rune Awakening pretty soon, because Aura is making their way in, so we'll be able to pass that information across. And honestly, for Nongshim Red Force, they might want to swing further down on this and give up position to Furia. Maybe play over towards the ridge side. The road does expose some sightlines from Flash, but it is getting really cramped up over towards this northeast side for Nongshim. Furia consistently stealing away those positions. Now Tizzy gets that information now and will move.
Knows you're being chased. Sky jumps out instantly, looking to see if he can get boots on the ground and deal some damage. Rest of the squad still continue to maintain a safe distance behind Tizzy on the follow-up. XZY has turned his attention back round towards that angle to provide support. Oh, bumpy pathway in the buggy, but Tizzy's still going.
That's nice.
Gets over the ridge.
Very smooth. Yeah, good shots from XZY as well to back them off. I mean, takes a little bit of damage, but provided enough support there. Circle heads over towards the west. Alula actually have quite a decent compound here on this one. Nick McGuinness can play out from the south side of Cruz Devaya. Jiggle, quite an aggressive scout, I would say, over towards Vitality as well as Furia. Doesn't die for it. Milu, shot by Vitality. We're getting those shots in. Very quiet game so far, other than Ulf as well as OG going down. even Tops now from Flash moves over towards the mound on the eastern side to check if teams are trying to rotate past them on that south side. So this is like it's very different to a lot of the other games we've seen. Nobody's taking any chances. Everyone's trying to garner as much information as possible on these rotates.
Yeah, it's far more tempered with the plays that are being made. You can see how much quicker teams are to set themselves up when they realize there's a VIP team, one of those squads that are within the smash zone, to attempt to set up to make it uncomfortable for their entryway. Similar setup here down towards the bottom side. You've got a close grouping of 3 of the other smash eligible squads in Aurora, S2G and E Arena.
Aurora late to this one. They stayed in Chumacera for a long, long time, and sort of fair enough to them because this went very northeast on the circle. There has been areas they've found to play, and E Arena taking this 2-2 split right now. Have to evacuate this compound. Tony K will take shots over towards Doc, who makes it out of there. Gets over towards a little bit of high ground, a little bit of elevation to work with. Actually a playable spot. I mean, he's threaded the needle on that one. The rest of the team can move in.
It pays dividends, but it felt a bit risky initially when I saw the peak over the top of the roof. I was thinking if Doc goes down here, it could have been hellish. The rest of the squad now confident to join him on the push-up. Wow. Hamza G making the plays that we know he can deliver on. That's S2G getting the long-range shot off with a nice knock. Getting a tasty adjustment over. And E Arena, if they can follow up onto the 3-man squad, there could be a bit of a punishment play coming over. You got Joker off into the distance. S2G still getting a read on this. These 3 squads were so close to each other that nothing will get past them.
Aurora, yeah, losing one player here, not ideal. Makes a chance at a chicken dinner here in match 5, slightly more difficult. With Alula still controlling center zone. Tiamba, again, went up to down towards 6th as 4 thrives. Able to grab another point here. Nongshim need to move though. So Easy's actually outside in the blue at the moment. Taking a fair bit of damage off the back of this one. And they're really racking their brains of where do they want to go, how do they want to play. I mean, he's still out there. Come on, man. Get in. Don't know what he's trying to say. I think he's waiting for Tops to get off the angle or something. I'm not sure. Finally will regroup with the team, but burning through meds to do it.
That's been a caveat we've seen happen a couple times for this team. Always feeling like they're kind of somewhat trapped in the dirt and then having to burn a lot of utility, offensive or medical-wise. See what the zone shifts from this, though.
I mean, Alula's living life, right? I mean, it's clear to see that Furia knows that they need to create some space for themselves. They can't really move down towards that southwest side. They'll be on broadside to Vitality as they move in. So this is the likely position next. So a very important fight between Nongshim as well as Furia. Hyunbin takes a lot of damage. Chizzy up front right now, gathering that information, passing it back for the nades to be sent through. Maybe just dipping back down again, realizing that maybe this is not the best of fights for us. A long nade doesn't quite hit on. So Easy will move away. Vitality giving Nongshim a little bit of life force here.
Finally, a pathway's presented, but they've got to fight past teams to get into the safety zone.
Oh, you can play highs on this one, yeah, for sure. It's free, it's open.
All right, just beneath them, that's where Tiamba is stationed, so it's going to work out. They get tucked back in. Finally bypass the awkward setup of the Furia squadron that were advancing towards them. They're chasing somewhat. Flash keeping a bit of the attention off them. The triple threat of Aurora just off in the distance as well. A little bit of a ridge there. Yeah, tuck in, buddy.
Yeah, because Fury could at any moment silhouette themselves on that ridge side. Scary stuff, though. But yeah, Nongshim Red Force can play this for the time being. I'm not sure how likely Tiamba's going to allow this to go on without contest. Maybe a couple of nades sent upwards. But yeah, highs and lows here. This is very playable. Usually, Tiamba, when you get a central zone like this, it's kind of the guard dogs for where Nongshim Red Force is playing. But with Tiamba being further into the circle here, much, much better result for them. Yeah, Fury is locked out. So that was a nice swing through from Nongshim Red Force. Some slow decisions today here and there of how they want to play stuff out, but that was a quick maneuver from them. Aurora Rufus, last left alive here, getting the first aid kit off, and yeah, chicken dinner's not happening. Definitely not likely, as Aurora gains no points on this game.
Oh, there you go. That's the final nade coming through. Tops blowing away. Back up as Luis as they get that one on target. So Rufus removed and Aurora. The lights go out. Fury are advancing though. Looks like they've started to run out of the nades they had available with how many staggered fights they've had, dashing the last few down.
It's actually cool because the way Nongshim Red Force layered on that top side as well, it forced a lot of nades out of Fury, but they're just going to send it. It's going for a dry push right now. Nades are being pulled in the meantime. Oh. Beautiful from Hyunbin.
Really clean engagement.
It's just done.
Yeah, primes it perfectly, blows them away on entry. Fury are chasing them for so long, but no, not today.
Vitality on that north side. I think they heard the commotion, wanted to get involved on it, but the speed at which Fury went down, I mean, there's just no opportunity. Nate goes in, does a lot of damage towards Tizzy. Gonna sit in the corner though, as Federales has to move now, back over towards Aura. This next fight between Nongshim and Tiamba will be the decider of how far Nongshim gets into this game. Can't imagine that Tiamba's gonna crumble. Alula's compound becomes very high priority for absolutely everyone. You may see a crash on this.
Risky maneuvers going to become more and more impactful. Here's the replay back over from the Fury, a crash down onto Nongshim. Look at that,
was
nade
gorgeous
from Hyunbin. Perfect utility play, over in a split second.
Yeah, it was good stuff. I mean, the thing is, Vexy on that back line with the Mini 14 did good stuff. Nades go in, so yeah, this is the fight I was talking about. They're all in one corner right now. Utility still looks good for Nongshim. Molotov towards the back lines. Does a good amount of damage towards Milu. He's burning out. Might actually go down to this. Great molly from So Easy.
But Hyunbin's already set up for this. This is the go signal, but he can't actually win out on the initial fight. Akin replies back, so it's a 1-for-1 trade on the XCY and Tizzy up for Nongshim. 3 players alive for Tiamba. Oh, the backstab though! Gets around the corner, the back nade misses as Tizzy sends them cratering down! And that's a nice spray, XCY wielding the snipe up close, the quick switch is good!
But Vitality's here to play! Upstairs the molly goes in, might just take them all down, and Nongshim is out! Vitality with a nasty third party! What a game from Nongshim though, very difficult one. They made a lot of cool decisions there. Took it as far as they could, but Vitality was always in the wings.
Eyes like a hawk on Vitality as they make that quick adjustment. Oh, S2G as well, bringing the heat straight over to 4-5, so there is no chance to catch your breath now. It's all kicking off. Flash again responding. T24 falls. Vexy upset by Darkin from Ida.
S2G gonna make that rollout now over towards Flash. 4 thrives. Looking to finish off what they started here. Zias is down. Tops is just dropping desperate smokes. Keep himself alive. Hamzy G will roll on through. Vitality lose Federales on the background. Ida pushes forward. Alula holding on to this very important compound towards the center. Rita does go down to a nice nade coming through from Axel. Can't believe Federales is still crawling in. He's got to go down soon. Yeah, there you go. Darkin picks him up.
Shots back over from Razak as Vitality gets the shot on to try finish things there. You can see the split on either side with E-Arena still sitting, waiting. Absolute contrast there. S2G, they've been so proactive. 6 elims constantly in play, constantly in flux. E-Arena just waiting blank.
That has been the name of the game for them. They're able to get 1 more point than previously. The Arena's looking for that finish, looking for that chicken dinner, playing in from that south side. They have the roadside ridge line to play around with. Solke will find another. Razak goes down, potentially. Oh, just about lives the spray. Good backup there coming through from his teammate. Yeah, for E-Arena, they're going for the slow game. Oh my goodness me. I mean, how gifted can you get on this one for Alula?
Every time it shifts, they're counting their blessings more and more. No one's taken that risk to try force them out of the position just yet. S2G from long range, that's Vitality. Getting the sight line onto them.
So sad for Ida as well, because they've just dragged themselves out of 16th place. And they're about to be put back down there again.
Ooh, yeah. And that might come quicker than expected. Darkin trapped behind a vehicle. Lost able to grab that one. Another Elim garnered. And this puts them on equal footing as well. 147 to 147. They're climbing up.
Emre takes the knock there. Should be Ida just down now. As Alula gets set up towards that central side to hold off all these teams. E-Arena will clean up the rest over towards the northwest. Swain still up and kicking for Ida though. Desperately trying to stay in 15th. Very unlikely. See how far you can go though on this one. S2G eyeing up that compound. Looking to redeem themselves after that last game. There's certainly a chance here. Up to 8 eliminations on the match.
Lost with a reposition. P90 in the hands. It's Mormon that sprays back over to get the final knock onto Ida. They're out now. The squad's being thinned as Hora also take a deathly blow back over. E-Arena finally getting some shots on the nade.
Good dash.
Oh, mate. S2G. They thought they had that one right on target, but it barely misses.
Dude, 2 out of the 3 teams at the end here could smash right here, right now. For Alula, they have a fantastic position to finish this one out. But the likelihood of this ending in this game, Jackie, very, very high.
They fought
Never
so
mind.
hard, man. The zone moving in again. Alula just waiting, confident. S2G on the back line still.
Yeah.
I mean, the vehicle's still in play, Blank.
I mean, they've just popped all the tires on that buggy, understanding that it's better to have it with no tires than one, and dragging as they move it in. It's going to be slow, sure, but maybe better than nothing down the hillside. Vitality desperately hanging on by a thread at this end game. We're getting down towards stage 9. It's going to pull all these players inwards more. E-Arena desperately living on the sidelines. Goodness me, both teams with a white knuckle grip on this game, holding on for that win, for that victory here at PMWC. Okay, 1 vehicle, 2 vehicles in play right now for them that look decent. Smokes are starting to be sent out from either side, both S2G as well as E-Arena. We'll be breaking down the gates of Alula soon. Hamzy G attempts to get into the vehicle. Solke is going to swing wide on this one.
The quick repairs have paid off. Nade still being thrown over. Slight shift down. E-Arena running through their line of smokes with their own cars on the move. They got a good sightline blocked off with the smokes they put down, but this has drawn their crosshairs off S2G, but the same will not be said for that squad. Their eyes light up. Bullet shot out downrange, keep the punishment on. Meanwhile, in the midst of all this, Yasha peeks back over. Good work done. 1 player hard flushed out for E-Arena.
Neither team wants to make the play. Kamikaze is trying to get in. Hamzy G up front, doesn't go very low.
Oh.
He goes, what happened?
He's bounced off the geometry and gone flying up in the sky, but their dreams might be dashed back down to reality as Hamzy G hits the deck. Punishment play onto Alula.
E-Arena with just Joker left alive. Hamzy G trying to keep this game in contention. Lost hits the deck, nade out, air bounce there. Doesn't get the damage through. The last to make it happen. Gravity, the real villain. What a game. What a finish. For Alula, the arbiters right there at the end. Between tournament-ending teams still being in play. Magnetized onto that compound. Orbited by 2 victors. What a disappointing finish for both S2G and the Arena. Not in the sense of disappointing in the gameplay, but just disappointing for them. The circle just was not having it, Jackie.
No given, no blessings. Had to fight for absolutely everything. And even when they took the risk, something went wrong. Sent up flying into the stratosphere, buds, and it's gonna get you a gut-wrenching feeling.
Oh, dear me, dear me. Great tracking though from Alula. Give him that.
Weird angle, but ready for it instantly. One more game then.
One more game. Finish on the last. Will we get a smash on that last game? There's a lot of teams in contention for it. It still could be that fourth place squad that wins it all, that takes it all. Nongshim Red Force counting their lucky stars that they were able to still do good in that game, because S2G is catching them up off the back of that one. E-Arena was also able to put up good points, getting up towards third place. But at least S2G's put themselves in a position now where they could still win off points alone if they have another good match here.
Playing a blinder right up until the end. But my God, unexpected twist on that one. Didn't know Arrow was going to go that way, mate. It definitely caught me off guard, and I imagine it was the same for them amongst it all. Alula, though, doing what they had to do, denying out both teams from ending the tournament early, starving off victory for at least another game.
They didn't want to end in 16th place. That's what happened there. But we'll be back real soon for the final match here at PMWC.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
نك واحد عندنا نك ترى كذا تمام خمسة عندي هذا هو كله من ابي طلقه اصلا ما في طلقه البيت عندكم بيت اصفر يا مالك وحش تيمين خربنا عليه.
When you least expected, Al-Ula Esports takes us to the final match, which is going to be upcoming here at PMWC at EWC 26. Welcome back, everybody. My name is The7WG, joined by Lace, Maxman, and Neptura. And Max, I'm going to go straight to you because another heartbreak here for S2G at the end.
Oh man, I feel bad for them, man. Like the last one was like, hey, great, we got another game. And I'm like, oh, that must feel kind of bad if you're S2G or an S2G fan. But you know what? Al-Ula, they started off the day in 16th position, and they are literally alone as their main team, right? Able to keep the tournament going, getting rid of E-Arena, getting rid of S2G, and keeping it going with those 22 points. Also, extra prize pool. Al-Ula gonna be loving it.
They are going to be loving it. We see E-Arena there in third in regards to the points. Being able to secure 10 points, they're still, if for some reason, nobody else wins via the smash rule after this match, Lace, it will come down to the points. So these points that these squads are getting with S2G 15, E-Arena 10, and then Nongshim Red Force as well with 7, they could come into play.
I mean, yeah, a lot of teams, you've got to realize that this is the right time to maximize all your eliminations to move you up on that leaderboard, because that's some cash money, baby. But I mean, look, from this position, even from E-Arena, they were kind of going to lose this regardless. S2G had that position to sort of push them around that west side, and Al-Ula obviously had the compound the entire time. So it was going to be denied. Denied. Regardless of, you know, sort of their movement in from that. But look, S2G and this situation flung into the air, obviously off of that, and then not being able to get that nade of the positioning in that middle, the teammate, sorry, on Alula. I'm getting it together. I'm just upset. Clearly, I'm upset, guys. I'm upset, but I'm not upset because if we go one more game, and I'm very excited for this to happen. But look, we're gonna have another one in this situation, and it's gonna go to the mountain, guys. I'm calling it. It's gonna get crazy.
Which mountain? There's many.
Pour a mountain.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, that's where Noxian Red Force won in PMMI, so actually.
Exactly. And guess who won the last match yesterday in Miramar?
I forgot, actually. Can
No,
remind
you just said it, Noxian Red Force.
Okay, I was like, wait, what do we do?
Come on, it was an easy layup right there for you, Max. But yeah, Noxian Red Force, they've been able to showcase that they can actually win, not only at PMMI, but here as well in the finals when we end up going to Miramar, when we end up going to the final match. Aurora found themselves very, in just an unfortunate situation, especially with the circle, with the rotation that this team had to make.
I have strong words for Aurora, which I will not be saying here. But just one play I'd like. Don't worry, I won't say it. I won't say it. Maybe later. Maybe later. No, I'm so confused because yes, it was a really difficult entry into zone. They couldn't really get a very easy way in. They were trying to thread through a couple of different teams there. But for me, they made that initial push in between EA and S2G right on the road. They actually moved in. Doc found a position, but then the entire team all came in and just went, we're just gonna spread around, we're gonna drive, we're gonna have a little Sunday drive. It's nice, it's good weather, it's the desert, it's fun. And it's like, just stay on the position. You found a position, stay there, play from there. You could have won the game. They had a really decent position. EA, from the similar side of zone, got a third place. So, again, it all comes down to what I was saying earlier about Nongshim in that one Erangel game where Alula went and won from the position I thought Nongshim should have taken. If Aurora had taken EA's position, we could have had a win from them as well.
We could have, but one team that was able to do a great defense was Nongshim Red Force against Furia, Max.
Oh, I'm loving it. Like, sure, they don't win it, but that was such a clean, instantaneous fight. Like, I saw John for a second. He blinked, and he missed the fight. Here we go. They go for the crash. Hyunbin cooking up that nade. Look at the nade. In 1, 2, 3, boom, gone. He's done. Chief couldn't do anything, and instantly the synergy, the timing, they just go on a full-on aggression. They push, they counter-push onto Furia, and because of that, they don't lose a single player and barely take any damage. That is the Nongshim Red Force I want to see more consistently throughout these games. It goes to show that they have what it takes to be a champion, but sometimes it's a bit topsy-turvy, but Nongshim Red Force looking so good in that particular fight.
And it's this kind of thing, right, that I was talking about with Nongshim, is like the presence of mind they have. Do you know how not panicked, how calm, cool, and collected you have to be to do that? And Nongshim coming into second place here. I mean, it's so close behind S2G.
For S2G right now in first place, a 7-point lead. Aurora Gaming in third place, E-Arena. Nobody else was able to join the Smash Zone here as we're going to be heading into the final match of PMWC at EWC 26. Enigma Galaxy, 106 points. There's still a lot of money at stake here, Lace, between all these squads, even if they cannot win it via Smash Roll.
Yeah, and even if you have a look at Tiamba and the way that they were able to move up this leaderboard from just a few games, this is where the money happens, and it's incredibly exciting, obviously, moving into this. Obviously, we have a look at S2G, 154 points. If none of these sort of get into that position, they'll capitalize it. They have been getting those positions in late game to get those extra placement points, so it is looking good for them. But yeah, I've got to hand it to Max. I'm feeling like a Nongshim. I feel like that this is going to be the closeout. S2G have had 2 opportunities, and I said you only get 1, so the third one may not happen.
This is looking like one of the best finishes we have had at a global event for PUBG Mobile Esports. S2G Esports, we know they're going to be showing up, especially right now with the 7-point lead that they have. Nongshim Red Force showing that they can win via Smash Roll. They could be challenging as well, not just via the points. They could be challenging for the win. Aurora Gaming, we know what that team is capable of, Max. In E-Arena, all they need is just one match, even if they have been kind of non-existent today.
Yeah, today's definitely been a bit of a slow one for the side of E-Arena, but look at the top of the rankings. 3 wins, 2 wins, and 2 wins for, at the end, Aurora Gaming and E-Arena. We've been threading the needle. We've been barely missing out on this Smash ruling happening for these teams, but now I feel like it's finally time to get the Smash ruling on Miramar. These teams, sure, maybe a few fumbles here and there, but they're going to throw everything at the wall and hope it sticks. and finally become your PMWC 26 at EWC 26 Grand Champions. They're on the second page, and Niptura, still more money is there to be gained.
And it's all still so close, right? So we're so used to seeing big gaps between these teams, but look at this. Ulf 98, Hora 98, Team Vitality 83, Alula 80 with that win
Big
coming
jump.
in there. Massive jump for them, up into 13th place. And, you know, when we are talking about that prize pool coming down to the final game here in Paris, we're looking at some really decent jumps up in that rank, jumps up in that prize pool. All these teams are going to be fighting.
Yeah, I want to take a look at the top 5 players so far, though, because that MVP, it's not going to be coming from the winning team. It can come from a different team as well. But right now, it's none other. Usually, we're used to talking about Human. Max, you might have a new player to fanboy over because Tizzy is popping off.
To be honest, out of all the players on this team, I'm really happy. Tizzy has been, in particular, this last game, got so much done in Miramar. Loving how he's been able to perform. Of course, Hyunbin, big fan of him. But Sleepy, the fact he's up here is quite surprising, but also not so surprising because his damage is very high because he is right, Niptura, usually a long-range player. Mini 14, DMRs, he's going to be using it, so that's going to be buffing up your damage quite a bit. But I got to say, quite surprising that Scarface is up there, knowing Ulf is quite low on the rankings.
I mean, I think it comes down to who's the clutch player in a team, right? Even if the team isn't doing too well, he can still be the one getting the knocks, getting the damage, getting that survival time as well. Scarface has often been a solo for that team. We've seen it from several teams, actually, where that last solo lasts until third, second place, gets that damage, gets those long-range shots, just trying to pressure teams. And so, in that way, yeah, it's probably pretty on par that, you know, they're on that MVP list.
Yeah, and I'm just going to be looking at those top 4 teams because those teams, I mean, any of those top 4 teams could end up winning it, whether it's S2G, whether it's Nongshim Red Force, whether it's Aurora Gaming, even E-Arena. You know what? I'll scratch away that you have had a bad day, E-Arena, because right now, this is your moment to shine if you want to be able to lift that trophy, if Ravenclaw wants to win here again. But let's take a look at this head-to-head between Nongshim Red Force and S2G, and this is for today. And you can see which team has been performing better overall, and it's none other than S2G.
Yeah, you might be saying the survival time is actually relatively close for the two teams, but the fact that with a similar survival time, the average placement point of S2G is an extra 2 ranks higher compared to Nongshim Red Force is highly impressive. They've been very consistent, of course. 3 chicken dinners throughout the entirety of the finals, also looking good back in the group stage. I feel
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly. Let's fight together.
मैं तो सो गया था भाई पड़ को स्क्रीन पे नाम उठा भी लेना था 1 HP है आजा तेरी तरफ ही गया देख पकड़ दूर से पड़ रही मुझे पिटी है तो मेरे पकड़ना है पिस्तौल है
Get in the car.
पकड़ लिया क्या
Someone Get in the car.
डर ना भाई सूरत थोड़ी देर होल्ड रखिए थोड़ा सा अरे यार
अरे एकदम गर्दा उड़ा देले बड़ा मजा आ गई
हाँ हाँ
अरे एकदम गर्दा उड़ा देले बड़ा मजा आ गई
पे आ रंडे रे लंडो अरे ओल पे
बेंचो चुप करो चुप
No.
गुरु तुझे का थोड़ा ऑर्डर
हाँ
किया तू
बड़ा
जाके
वंजन
कुछ नहीं हो
हेलो अच्छा एमएस प्रो काटी थी कौन सी तेरे भी चला मैं तो बैठा रुक जा चल लेना अच्छा अबे अभी है ये तू क्या रहा पता नहीं यार तू भी क्या डाल रहा है यार ना यार अभी घर जाऊंगा ओके ओके तुझे क्या रहा होल्डर पे भी घुसा जा रहा हूँ उस बंदे में कितने पीछे था मैं तेरे से तुझे पता भी वहां को तो अपने खुद चला गया और चले के तेरा बंदा वहां उसके बाद वो क्या कह रही है ब्रांड
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
गए माइनस। सुबह के बहन के लौटे यही देखने को मिले हुए। इन्हें जेल ले सुबह।
Good job.
आगे 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 किंग आगे। हाँ हाँ खुद आते चाहे तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं। बीस की दिखा रहा मेरे में।
बहन चौध इसकी बहन की भोसड़ी मादर चौध इसकी बहन की चूत बीच की बहन के लोड़ा बहन की चूत। अरे
साला मेरा लेजिट प्लेयर दोस्त को डिफेंड कर दिया
बच्चा कौन बोला? बच्चा
निकल गया था मेरा बढ़िया भाई साहब
बच्चा कौन बोला? और पे नंबर दो।
Good job. Come to me.
पानी में मरे हैं तो बहन से वाला ऑप्शन आ गया। ओके कैंसिल वाला है। देख ले
Help!
गाड़ी कौन चढ़ा गया तेरे को? तो है बहुत पीछे बहुत पीछे बढ़ा यार। ठीक है ठीक है। नेट जा रहा आने देगा तो आओ ना। एक चला गया। छोटा बंदे है।
Good job. Good job.
यहाँ तो रहा। मैंने उस पे खाली हो फिर गया यार।
Good job. Come to me.
एक बार गाड़ी तो बैठ जा।
Come to me. Come to me.
मैंने खाली है।
लोग नहीं जाते मैं भी छोड़ देंगे एमओ वगैरह उठा लो अगर नेट आया रहता ना बच जाता तो ये साले गन खा के आ गए गन ठाली सारों सत्ते गन है गाँव बातचीत कहोगे नहीं कि वो तो गांड पटी पटी कभी पीछे और भाग ले दरख्त ले साला चिट मैंने फिर के चेंज तो हो गई थी दोबारा बैठा ना कर गाड़ी बैठ जाता तो गेम बन जाता हूँ अब आया 4 घंटे का मैच
इसको उठा के स्टार्ट करते हैं क्या नाम इसका दुकान वाला अरे इस वैनगार्ड को उठा के स्टार्ट कर दिया यार खेल रहा हूँ प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ
और सारे ऐसे ही फंसेंगे तो हम सारे मैच एक ही जाएंगे इतना प्रॉब्लम निकल रहा हूँ माइनस पे जाओ
This is a simulation game set in a
I need a
virtual world
weapon.
and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
Let's fight together.
कुदाना तू कुदाना अनफॉलो कर दे भेज 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 मेरे को भी
बंदा लाइव है एक की बहुत सी हमारी इस पे
भेजना ब्रो
एक की वो सिंगारी यहाँ कर रहा है ये कैमरा वहां पे और के सब्सक्राइबर
कहाँ पे भाई कहाँ पे जाएगा
तू तो ऐसे आ रहे देख लगे आ रहे वो हमसे बहुत ऊपर है देख और है बहुत ऊपर सीधा देख अपने ऊपर ठीक है लौड़ा हाँ तीन बार छलांग मार ली वहीं का वहीं आ गया फिर से मार 6x उठा लिया मिल जाएगा तो ठीक है
Help! I got
तुरंत तो है
supplies. Marked a vehicle.
फाइव क्या मिलेगा
I got supplies.
लूट रहा हूँ यार लूट लिया है
रेड डॉट है क्या है तेरी शर्ट तेरी आवाज तो समझ नहीं आ रही क्या मुझे मार रहा है उठा रहे हैं गाड़ी में।
किधर गए हैं बंदे बताना। बिल्डिंग से उठा रखे।
Marked a vehicle.
स्प्रे की गन ही नहीं मिली, क्या हो गया? लाओगे फटाफट।
इसे उठा के जोन में निकल।
कब गए थे ना जर्जियन में?
प्रोग्राम करवाया था प्रोग्राम भैया सही कहाँ चोरी करती है 17 तारीख को वरना तो चोरी जरूरी थी। थोड़ा आ गए ना
भाई, जोन आते ही चल पड़ेंगे वैसे। गाड़ी लिया भाई, गाड़ी लेकर चालू
हो जा रहे हैं
भाई
मोटरसाइकिल पे। रुका क्यों ना मैं करता।
Watch out!
एक बंदा
वाह कसम भाई।
ना ढंग से तो कर देता। क्या बस इम्पोर्ट
I got supplies.
तीन थे।
2 या 3
तीन थे बस।
Come to me.
परों को मिला आपको खोल ली ना एक खिड़की परों कर दे पूरी बीच वाली मैं खिड़की देख रहा था लाइट बाकी चल क्या कह रहा
उधर देख
सो निकल लेते लेफ्ट से
क्या बंदे हो सकते हैं घर के सामने
आदमी अंदर है इनको पकड़ लो
बीच पे बैठे रीच यहाँ फंस जाएंगे अभी पीछे भी बंदे
सारी भी तो पड़ेगी
क्या कर रहा कहाँ है ये दिखाई घुमा रहा
अब इनका साइड में चले जाओ इनको पकड़ के मार दो
कि गाड़ी में फ्यूल डाल रखा मैंने कि बग्गी में फ्यूल बढ़ा
नीचे नीचे
आगे खतरा है
नीचे रिच पे
इसी बग्गी में है फ्यूल
बैंडेज दियो एक बैंडेज दियो
ले
भाई जोन चले पहले मैं कर जोन चल ले
निकाल ऐसे बड़ा
इनका ले रहा हूँ इधर आना मेरे से पहले इधर का क्लियर है इधर का क्लियर कर दिया काट के अपनी गाड़ी वाड़ी घुमा के देख लो मेरे बच्चे फटी रखी भाई 3-4 बंदे सेफ हूँ बेटा तेरे साथ कर देना स्मोक करके
आ रहे हो
कोई दिक्कत नहीं है तू आराम से उठा दे
Marked a
चलेगा इधर
location.
पीछे ठीक है
सुन 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 एक काम कर एक और स्मोक मार दे इधर ही एक और स्मोक मार दे मेरे पास हील कर दे अरे
यार
Watch out.
साले ने कच्चे वाले काट दी
मर ही गया
वो दे साला जोन में गया गाड़ी लेके पीछे रीच
निकल बैठ 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 इधर ही खेल लेते हैं अभी लगा के इधर ही गाड़ी का साउंड आ रहा है हाँ मेरे सामने बंदा कोई नहीं रे यार स्क्रीन ही वो एकदम ऊपर है जगह लगती खराब है भाई बहुत ठीक
देख रहे रे भाई ऐसे कर दिए ठीक है बाहर आके
おなじみの皆さんがお揃いで。
कर दिया तो भाई कर दिया यार। लीडर देना, मुझे लीडर देना।
हेलो प्रियांशु। अरे अभी ना खेल रहा मैं तो वैसे ही खोल रहा था।
क्या हुआ? ठीक है
वैसे
ठीक
ही
है
खोल
ठीक
रहा था,
है
मैंने ना खेल रहा था मैं। ठीक।
ठीक है ठीक।
Get ready.
No, 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 no. रोटी रखी और मुझे एक इसमें तो वो दे दो, बड़ी है, दो चाहिए तो हाँ ये क्या क्या दिया था भाई? क्या दूँ? मुर्गे की कड़ी दे। मुर्गे की कड़ी अभी थोड़ी देर पहले भर रहा था रोटी और फिर भरन बैठी है। ले ओढ़ मार रखा राशन का। वैसे नहीं खा ले पापा, किसी ने खा लिए खाना रहा तो क्या बता रहा। थोड़ी देर ही बैठ जा। घर के लिए अच्छा अभी याद आई हैं? अभी याद आई। चल वो खा लो पानी।
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation.
I need a
Here we go. Breaks and play responsibly.
थोड़ी देर म्यूट रहूंगा मैं, ठीक है?
Watch out! Help! Watch out! Watch out! Start the match. This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in I need a moderation. weapon. Take frequent breaks and play responsibly.
उतार लो भाई, उतार लो यार।
Wait.
भाई उतारो ना। उतारो भाई, फिर बाद में मरोगे तो मुझे कह दोगे एकदम।
I got supplies. Okay.
पिछले मैच में मैंने बोला था मैंने कहा थोड़ी देर म्यूट रहूंगा मैं। अरे होशियार चंद जब नॉक हो गया तब बोल रहा अरे यार
लगा था मैंने पूछा नहीं कहाँ पे बंदे पहुंच भी गए जब भी उनको जब बोल रहा था यार
वो बंदे पार करके आगे तुम्हारे पास मेरे अलावा ये बोली किसी ने नहीं मारी उनके।
तो भाई मैं क्या करूं
बता
मेरी क्या गलती है?
इसमें मैंने मार करा था मैंने कहा इधर है बंदे जिधर शॉप हो गए। खड़ी हो गया फिर भी मैं क्या करूं बता।
भाई मेरी नेट चलता है कवर में नॉक करा
मैंने 46 का डैमेज दिया था उनमें से एक बंदे को। मेरा एम लॉक हो गया था वहाँ का थोड़ी गेम में। तू कहाँ बैठा भाई? हाँ मैंने कहा तेरे भी घर वाले बहुत
Excellent work.
थोड़ा बहुत साउंड आया तो जेल के बाहर बैठा हूँ बरामदे में कि बारिश हो रही है लाइट भाग रही अंदर फोन ही होगा वो तो जानते चार्ज से ये और नहीं करते हैं। आज अगर दिखे लदा आप देते वहाँ पर गाड़ी आ रही ठीक है पेट्रोल पंप पे गई अबे मैं पहले आगे नहीं करने दूंगा तब मारूंगा मारने का ना मैं जब मेरे से पार हो जाएगी तब मारूंगा मैं उसके चला इधर उधर अगर ठोकेगा भी कहीं किल तो फंसेगा फिर मेरे पे तुम ठहरे उधर आएगा तो उन्हें सीधी पेट्रोल पंप पे ठोकी गाड़ी लूट ही गई देख पता है भाई उसे देख रहा हूँ देखियो मत कोई कहाँ खड़ी कर रखी है तूने चौदह से मारे टाइम था ओपन में वो गाड़ी गाड़ी को बड़ी बगी रखी है ट्रक के पीछे वो ओपन में अकलबंद जाती है साइड से बोट ओपन में भरी की मारू क्या? जी तो कर रहा मारने का। रिवाइव चल रहा, मैं तो मारूंगा। मैं नहीं रोक पा रहा अपने आप को। इसकी बहन का। पहले मुझे उठाओ एक दिन आगे। और बहन चो बग्गी की भी लाश बना दी इन्होंने तो। हेल्दी लग जाएगी।
Attack the mark.
Oya. 顔なじみの皆さんがお揃いで。
भाई अकेला तो मरा नहीं, लेके सारों को मरा। अरे इतना बड़ा राजा नहीं खुद भी बेच सके। मैच स्टार्ट कर तू। ये क्या फ्री फायर वाले मोड कर रहा। लिंक की उड़ी। बच्चों वाले पैसे वाले हो, ये नहीं है। ये सांप सूंप दिखा रहा है। लाना पड़ेगा, दिख के रुक जा। ले देख। है क्या याद? यहाँ पे दिमाग लगा के वेस्ट थोड़ी करना।
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
कहाँ है? एक बार होगा अपने कहाँ चले भाई? उधर कोई चल रहा है।
तो भाई बस टाइम है पूरा 2026 से पहले पहले अपनी गांड फट जाएगी 8-4 घंटे हो जाएगा तो
देख ओए देख एक ही स्क्वाड है उधर अभी देख लियो आँख खोल के ठीक है ये इधर यहाँ पे अरे ना घर पाना उन्दी हो चाहे तो एक बंदे वहाँ चले जाओ उधर घरों पे ये बाना हाउस ना पार उन्दी है
Watch out! Watch out!
ओ बंदा है यहाँ पे
Watch out!
तेरी तरफ आ रहा ठीक है ठीक है इतनी जल्दी कहाँ से आ गया यहाँ पूरी बताई थी भाई मैंने आधी नहीं बताई थी साली तो स्कोर थी वहां पे। वही तो मैं देख रहा, हमसे तो बहुत ऊपर थे वो बंदे, बहुत। और गन गन लेके आया बंदा। उतर भी गया, गन लेके आया बंदा भाई साहब।
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
25-12-47 है भाई, 25-12-47 47 हुए 37।
Team match. Let's go.
Points for the red team.
यार मेरी तो लाइट नहीं आ रही, मुझे से नहीं। हमें ना पता किसी को छुट्टी थी। कर तो रखा उनने मैसेज मुझे। ये तो बहुत पहला है। मैं फोन ना उठा रहा हूँ। फोन नहीं उठा रहा हूँ। तो बहन से कुत्ते भौं।
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
इसके लिए तो फ्रेंड
Team match, let's go.
मुस्कान तेरा मुस्कान तो बढ़िया खेली दिमाग से। से 2 किल फंसे थे। ओ प्लेटिनम लग गया तेरे भाई का। दिल लगी दिल लगी भूल न जानी पड़ेगी।
おや顔なじみの皆さんがお揃いで
हाँ रुक जा डीपी देख लेने मुस्कान की यार एक बार। मुस्कान कैसी है? मुस्कान ओ बेटे मुस्कान तो एक नंबर है वो भाई साहब। एक नंबर है भाई साहब एक नंबर कसम से। रुक जा आईडी कॉपी कर लो काम आएगी। रुक जा।
मैं क्या खिलाऊं भाई? भाई भी मर जाओगे भाई, बोलोगे भाई अपने हिसाब से क्यों से बोल
स्टार्ट कर। वो कुछ सीधा फिर रहा हो क्या खिलागा?
पिल्ला खेल लो भाई, चले जाएंगे हम तो, क्या दिक्कत हो रही ज्यादा? बस तो
कॉल तो ऐसे नहीं उठाता, कॉल तो ऐसे इग्नोर करे। ये नहीं होता मेरी ब्लैक लिस्ट खाली पड़ी है।
मेरी तो बड़ी पड़ी ना, तेरी तो फल दिया। तो एक साल से ज्यादा हो रही होगी ना पुरानी वीडियो, जो लाइव स्ट्रीम या वीडियो वगैरह उनका घटता रहा है। एक साल से जो बाहर होती चली जाएगी, एक साल से पुरानी वे हटती रहेगी, उसमें तो बहुत टाइम में तो इसलिए कटेगा वो। तब तुमने 8 महीने पहले स्ट्रीम करी थी, अब 8 महीने बाद तुमने अब शुरू करी है। अभी अभी तुम देख लो, जिस दिन से तुम्हारा, अरे जिस दिन से तुमने लाइव स्ट्रीम शुरू करी है तुम उस दिन से देखो हर लाइव स्ट्रीम पे कितना वॉच टाइम आ रहा, उसके हिसाब से तुम्हारा बढ़ता रहेगा। वो तो घटने दो, तो घटेगा ही। तुम अपना मान के चलो, जब तक तुमने लाइव स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट करी है, जो घटेगा वो तो घटेगा ही।
इसकी बहन की। अब देखिए बंदों का क्या हाल करूँ।
वाइट
और
वाइट
अपने होने
स्टूडियो
का माई।
सबसे कोने, वाइट स्टूडियो सबसे कोने में एक राइट हैंड पे एक निशान आएगा अर्न का या मोनेटाइज का, पे क्लिक करोगे तो आ जाएगा, उसमें दिख जाएगा वॉच टाइम। शॉर्ट वाला मत देखना, लॉन्ग वाले पे देखना जिसमें 4000 घंटे होगा लिखा होगा। 4000 घंटे लाइव नहीं करनी पड़ने की, तो बंदे देखेंगे उस हिसाब से होगा वो तो 50 घंटे में एक घंटे।
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life.
ऐसे तो
Please
तुम
play in
1 घंटा स्ट्रीम
moderation.
करो और तुम
Take
अपनी लाइव
frequent
स्ट्रीम पे तुम
breaks
4000
and
बंदे बुला
play
के उनको 1 घंटे
responsibly.
स्ट्रीम दिखा दो, 4000 बंदों को 1 घंटे में हो जाएगा वो टाइम पूरा। व्यूज से लेना देना नहीं, वॉच टाइम से मतलब है उसका बस। देखो 5 बंदे ने 1 घंटे स्ट्रीम देखी तुम्हारी, तो 5 घंटे हो गया सीधा सीधा वॉच टाइम। 5 घंटे, अगर 5 बंदों ने 5 घंटे देखी, अगर 5 बंदों ने 5 घंटे देखी तो 25 घंटे वॉच टाइम हो जाएगा। अब 5 बंदों ने 1 घंटे लाइव स्ट्रीम देखी तो 5 घंटे हो जाएगा। मान लो तुम्हारी स्ट्रीम पर 10 की वॉचिंग आ रही है और तुमने 2 घंटे वॉचिंग करी, तो तुम्हारा 20 वॉचिंग वो आ जाएगा, 20 घंटे वॉच टाइम हो जाएगा तुम्हारा। ऐसे होता हूँ। अरे हो जाएगा। पबजी लाइट में मेरी 80, जब पबजी लाइट की स्ट्रीम करता ना 80 की वॉचिंग आती थी। और भाई मैंने 4-4 घंटे 5-5 घंटे स्ट्रीम करी है। और भाई 24 दिन में मोनेटाइज कर दिया था मैंने चैनल अपना, 24 दिन में बस। तो रूम में आया करता था ना मैं। हाँ।
कितने जुड़वाने हैं? 100, 200, 300 मुझे बता।
लाइव स्ट्रीम पे मेरे 1000 व्यूज आए हुए हैं। हाँ, कोई नहीं है लाइन से आगे, 1-1 हज़ार से ज्यादा व्यूज आए हुए हैं। इसलिए अगर 1,000 लाइव स्ट्रीम पे आते हैं तो उसका मतलब भाई तुमको कम से कम 100 घंटे मिलेंगे कम से कम लाइव स्ट्रीम पे, 100 घंटे। क्योंकि 80 बंदे ऐसे ना, कोई आ रहा कोई जा रहा। 3 महीने में तो हो जाएगा आराम से, 90 दिन में।
Attack the mark.
करोगे अगर स्ट्रीम बीच में छोड़ दोगे तो फिर दिक्कत। नहीं नहीं ये ग्रुप बनाया, रूम बनाओ, बंदे जो स्ट्रीम पे बंदे आने चाहिए। हाँ वही तो भाई, बहुत सारी चीजें होती है ना, तुम बोल पाते हो स्ट्रीम पे आवाज नहीं जाती तो बंदे रिस्पॉन्स पाते।
ये गरीब
चलो भाई ब्रिज क्रॉस कर, मेरा कोई दिक्कत नहीं, ब्रिज में कोई नहीं मिलेगा, उसमें कोई आए आराम से।
I got supplies.
फोरेक्स लेगा कोई?
मुझे दे दी।
I got supplies.
गाड़ी ढूंढ लो भाई, एक बंदा फटाफट। सही चली
मेरे को उठा ला, ये कोई अगर मिलेगा
यार
तो दो बग्गे खड़ी है, ठीक है यार का।
Marked a
एक होगी
location.
वहाँ पे, एक मेरे पास है।
कृपया उनको अनेक और मार दिया जिन्होंने तुमको मारा है ना। अरे पिछले मैच में जिन्होंने तुमको मारा है, उसका चैनल भी है, आईपैड में खेलता हूँ, लाइव स्ट्रीम तो नहीं कर रहा हूँ, उसका लाइव नहीं रखा, तो मैंने तो देखा, मैंने उनको अनेक और मारा वहाँ पे। और इतना गंदा मारा, बहुत गंदा।
Attack the mark.
साले 9 बोलते एकदम वो कर दिया साले, गिव अप कर दिया कभी साला चक्कर।
जो हो गया ऊपर देखिए पड़ा हुआ है। और एक्स्ट्रा ले गाड़ी में से
डायरेक्शन जी।
तो वो खत्म होती तुम्हारे व्यूज अपने आप आएंगे राल के लिए ना, तो ऊपर नाम आएगा इतने बंदे आते हैं देखने बंदे आते हैं, जब ऊपर नाम आया करेगा ना, जब कई लोग बंदे ढूंढ ढूंढ के वो टीम स्नाइपिंग कर करके मारते हैं। हम नहीं मारते क्या भाई, कोई आता है उसकी एकदम से 8-10 को चिकाती है, जब भी कोई टीम आता है एकदम आ जाती है 8-10 की कोचिंग आती, काम हो जाएगा आधे घंटे मैच देखेंगे। अच्छे से स्ट्रीम करोगे ना एकदम बेहतरीन तरीके से पूरा प्रॉपर एकदम, तो बंदे फिर भाई देखते हैं स्ट्रीम।
देख रहा है एक नंबर यूट्यूबर है हमारे साथ, पका लिया तो उन्होंने।
तो अगर टीम पे जिस पोस्ट की बात को लिखा दें
मुझे आज निकाल दो, घंटा फर्क नहीं पड़ता खेलने छोड़ दो।
आज तो नहीं निकालना तुझे,
मैं खेलता हूँ मजे के लिए।
I got supplies.
ऐसे थोड़ी ना भगाना है, जैसे थोड़ी ना भगाएंगे,
मजे के लिए खेलता हूँ भाई, मजे। मेरी दुआ है भाई, तुम बहुत बड़े यूट्यूबर बनो, बाद में मुझे अनफ्रेंड कर दो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
अनफ्रेंड इतना ब्लॉक होगा कैश निवेश पाने का। यहीं पे आ जा मैं भाई, एस पावर ने मैच जो 40 की गांड मार ली भाई यार, पीछे से रंडी के बच्चे ओजी वालों ने अपनी मार चुका दी, रंडी के बच्चों ने इनके लोड़े पोस्टी के। अरे एस पावर को पता है भाई, पाकिस्तान की टीम नहीं है 40, पाकिस्तान की टीम है जो, उनका 1v3 कर दिया लास्ट मैच था जो उनसे सबसे, S2G जीत गई, जो तुर्की की टीम नहीं थी वो जीत गई। तो जैसे ही एस पावर ने वो किया 1v3 किया भाई, ओजी वाले बहन के रोड़े एकदम आ गए भाई, एस पावर की गांड मार के बेचारे की 1v4 भी खत्म उसका भोसड़ी के पता। और सुनो तो पाकिस्तान के अकेले बंदे ने पहले तो 1v2 किया, जो 2 बंदे बचे थे, एस पावर ने जो 3 बंदे मारे, तो गोडल के 2 बंदे फाइट के बीच में, तो एक एस पावर बचा, एक बचा एस पावर का टीममेट, तो उस अकेले बंदे ने पहले उन दोनों को मारा, क्योंकि वे भाई उसको एस पावर को फाइट लेनी पड़ी जब पीछे से ओजी आ गई, कवर के लिए अंदर जो भागा बहन जो एकदम से वो पाकिस्तान वाला बंदा आगे निकल के, और भाई ये गांडू बंदे भाई जो आए 2 बंदे रस करने ओजी के, ये भी पिट गए इस बंदे से, पाकिस्तान के बंदे से। मैं कहा भोसड़ी के, अच्छा था उसका 1v4 हो जाता बंदे का बेचारे का, भाई खुद भी पिटे भोसड़ी के पाकिस्तान से, और उसकी भी गांड हो रहा है। मैं तो उसके भी देखा इस नेक्स्ट पे, हाँ देखा था पर मैंने तुमने चला रखा। PUBG लाइट आ रहा पता तुमको, बीजीएमआई वालों ने वो डाली ऑफिशियल न्यूज़, अब आएगा एंचर 2 लाख की आईडी बैन की रोटी वापस आएगी मादर चोद, वहाँ जो दे पड़े थे भाई, आईडी आती बेच दूंगा बेंच में, खेलूंगा नहीं PUBG लाइट, मैं बीजीएमआई खेलूंगा फिर मैं देना है। आईडी बेच के बीजीएमआई वाली आईडी पैसे लगाऊंगा ना भाई, कम से 50,000 की भी थी भाई। आईफोन में नहीं चला तो कैसे करोगे भाई, कोई मतलब नहीं है आईफोन में। नहीं
जायज बात है बिल्कुल।
अबे टायर फोड़ दिए रट्टी के, क्या हुआ भोसड़ी के? आ रहे हैं
इधर से भी आ गए घेर लिया भाई साहब यार ये तो बहन जो चारों तरफ से आए भाई साहब चारों तरफ से कसम बैटरी गया
बहन जो नेट नहीं चल रहा यार नेट वहां चला रहा बार बार हाँ नेट चला जा रहा भाई बार बार अल्टीमेट वाली लगाना क्या पहले तो कच्ची मार चुका ली एक नंबर में बोल लेकिन ओपन में कूद लगा गांडू
हाँ वो गलत ना हो
उसके नाम होते भाई इन्होंने
इस साली अल्टीमेट खेल ली रे मुस्कान हमारे साथ ही खेल ले फाइनेंस कारक के बराबर
भाई लास्ट में मैंने तो सोऊंगा मैं तो सुबह
मत तो दे पर सोडा एक नंबर है भी अच्छा लाइफ पे नहीं है कोई घर वाला बता दीजिए
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
Claro, पूरे साले चुनाव हो रहे हैं भाई तुम्हारे पास देव टूर है तो
यार आज ही आएंगे क्या बोलते हैं ये ना बता
पबजी लाइट का पबजी लाइट वापस नहीं आ रहा भाई, बीच में लाइट आ रहा है, तब बीच में लाइट आएगा, तब बीच में लाइट जब वापस आएगा। अरे कौन है
बीजीएमआई लाइव एक तो पबजी लाइट था, एक पबजी था, एक और भी तो था पबजी कोरियन सा था, वर्जन क्या नाम है उसका याद भी नहीं।
पबजी पबजी लाइट आवाज नहीं आ रहा, पबजी लाइट में बीजीएमआई जब पबजी का बीजीएमआई आया ना, ऐसी पबजी लाइट का बीजीएमआई लाइट आएगा।
Attack the mark.
ये भाई का है,
हाँ तो वो तो आएगा ही भाई, वो तो आएगा ही, आईडी ट्रांसफर करने का तो आना ही। क्या कर रखी है? बैटल कॉइंस
चार्ट देखिए जरा नीचे से।
God supplies on me.
भाई पीछे जा रहा हूँ, गाड़ी लेना, उठा लेना यार, गर्मी है तुम्हारे पीछे ही है, 50 मीटर पीछे है पूरा।
मुझे बता ये कि हम बता 6x पे ला दे बंदों क्या ले लो ना
बनवा दे क्या लेना नितिन कि झाट का बाल
बनवा दे कोई दिक्कत नहीं, मैं तो मजे मार लूंगा वहीं पे।
तो क्या तिरछा गोप का सी शूट में कुछ
बार बार चबूंगा उसके, तो बार बार आदमी फिर मैं फिर चुभूंगा उसके, तो फिर आ डाल लेगी। देख ले कहीं वो लाइव तुम देख रही को रोकती, अभी कॉल आवा है मेरे को। पीके को दो 80 इस लाइव 80 आज या जो भी नाम है उसका। कोमल वाइट
वो डीसी को पाई
अदरक है वो अदरक है वो अदरक
अदरक नहीं है वो नहीं होता साबुत हल्दी कुबड़ा तो कुबड़ा देगा कुबड़ा
गागली हो गागली
Not bad.
गागली वो मोड़ के ले जो बंदी को मार दे हटा के वीडियो डाल दे इंस्टाग्राम पे मुझे तो लगता नहीं उसमें बंदे में
गेम प्ले भी उसके जैसे ही है उसका तिरछा मिर्चा सा
अदरक जैसा ही है वो कम कह रहे हैं डिलीट कर
इसका निवन करवा दो कोमल वाइटी
अगर देगी भाई
इधर को हरा देगी 100%
मैं आईफोन में खेल रहा हूँ
हाँ सही खेल रहा है भाई सही खेल दूंगी उसकी 5-6 की तो हुई कम से कम तीन तो दुगनी केडी
चार की
दुगनी वो
चार की चेक कर ले जाएगा
ले लो नीचे ऊपर अगर नीचे तो मार दोगे हाँ चलो घुमा ऊपर घुमा
गाड़ी तक
गाड़ी मिलेगी नहीं अरे अंदर हुए ना तो गाड़ी भी नहीं मिलेगी चिता से यही बिछा दूँ
इसमें बैठता भी नहीं अरे
हाँ दिख रहे भाई गाड़ी भी है फिर अंदर
लोकेशन मार्क्ड
देख लिया बस साले हैकर है
Watch out.
कितने हैं
गाड़ी तो गई नहीं गाड़ी तो डेट होगी मैं पीके 1 HP बचाता हूँ
कौन नो देखा कोई बचाएगा तो ही देखा तेरे पीछे चलो
ऑल डे
चलो लाला निकलो यहाँ से
उठा लेंगे है मेरे को अपने दम पे सामान रखूं मैं किसी और के दम पे
चलो पल्ले साइड बनेगा जो नाव बहुत तेजी से निकला वहाँ से अबे खेल तो रहे नहीं हो तो कह रहे मदद नहीं होती भाई मर जाते बैठ जब कहते
खाली हो रही है मैं ठीक है
लगते हैं मेरे पे
Marked a location. Marked a vehicle.
अभी हो जा रही गाड़ी नीचे
वो पुल पे गाड़ी
चार है पर पूरे रोड गाड़ी आ रही पीके ठीक है ना गाड़ी आ रही कहां रुक रहा
Watch out. Marked a location.
हां तो ड्राइवर ही पागल
रुक गए पीछे रुक गए
ये दोनों के हेड लगे हुए दोनों के
जाली गाड़ी भाई ब्रिज पे से गार्ड मारा से जाके फिर से ले लो फाइट मारो बहन के दोनों चलो भी चलो
चल
कहां नोक दिया ये बताओ मुझे
Watch out.
सीख गया गेम तो यार मैं मस्त मारा इस बंदे को चलो भाई निकल रहा है
नहीं ये ऐड करके मेरे पे आया जैसे ही तो उसके हाथ में करनी है चूजे के तुम्हारी आईडी से कौन है
गड़िया में बैठा
Watch out.
पीछे को भाई ठीक है
आ रही
चल यार 4 नंबर क्या कर रहा है
कौन निकलने देते हैं गाड़ी फ्यूल भरवा
वो बंदे भी आ रहे पीके देख मैंने बताया भी
मारो ना तुम्हारे पीछे आ रहे हैं
ड्राइविंग भी तो कर रहा है अरे रोकेगा तब तो नहीं जनाब रोकने कोई राजी ना है
और पड़े हो
चलिए एक हो गया 4 नंबर गाड़ी जा जल्दी
वेट
गाड़ी में आ गाड़ी में आ
देख बहन चीज में देखो देखो बैठा मैं कह रहा बहन जो ड्राइव क्यों नहीं कर पा रहा मैं
हमरा दवाई चाहिए 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 हमरा दवाई चाहिए
आजा बंदा है मेरा आगे
जरे इतने आ रहा हूं मैं
गाड़ी बढ़ गई ठीक है हमारी
हमरा दवाई चाहिए हमरा दवाई चाहिए
11 वेट 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 6 नंबर वेट ठीक है
मैं मारा ना तब मैं गाड़ी आई
अरे बोट हेलो यार एक काम करते हैं सुन 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 हेलो आवाज आ रही क्या हेलो
Bring up voice chat.
मैं यूं कह रहा यार वो अपने जीजू जीजू वाले कंट्रोल भेजते यार अपने व्हाट्सएप पे भेज देना यार अच्छा मुझे बता पर नहीं आ रही इसमें नहीं आ रही अबे इतने ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट थोड़ी ना तो नहीं है ये वाला नहीं है बेटा देख लिया मैं तीसरे नंबर की जरूरत मैंने फिलहाल भाई ये तो बहुत एमबी का है यार नहीं होने का बहुत
चल भाई ऐश तो मरे भाई देख इसको
#2 नो किल नो किल शाम मेरे
अरे यार ओपन खेल के ज्यादा
आज तो भाई एक बार 11 मारे एक बार 9 आज तो सही हो गए तो कोई नहीं अब भी मार देंगे हम तो ये ले जाओ भाई अरे भाई मेरी गाड़ी मुझे पता एग्जैक्ट बंदे की लोकेशन नहीं पता थी मेरी गाड़ी गई फिर वो घूम गई ज्यादा और जाके सीधी ब्रिज में जाकर लगी पटती थी
अरे वो बहुत देर पहले बच जाता वो 4 नंबर ने गाड़ी नहीं रोकी यार वो 4 नंबर भगाए जा रहा गाड़ी हाँ तो मैं उन्हें नॉक कर देता मैं उन्हें उनने गाड़ी तो नहीं रोकी ना साली चलती मुझे कुत्ता नॉक हो जाता
कल कितना मजा आ रहा था कल कितना मजा आ रहा भाई आज दिन में पता कितने चिकन निकल ले 4 चिकन निकाल चुके हैं हम दिन में और 1-2 निकाल अरे हमारी आईडी बैन होगी यार हमारी आईडी बैन होगी
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
देख रहे हो ना
साला आज मैंने 2 घंटे
बोट मैंने चलाओ कंट्रोल ये फिर भी इसमें
मैं कह रहा 4 घंटे का मैसेज आया भाई मतलब मैंने 2 घंटे होने के बाद भी पे लगाया था मैं सोचा 4 घंटे का मैसेज आया वो पर वो बैंक का लौड़ा 2 घंटे का था शायद क्योंकि वो क्लिक से दिखा नहीं था मेरे को कुछ
लाइव हो बे दल्लो लाइव हो तुम्हारा बाप लाइव है
मैं तो गरीब चुप कर लाइव वाले चाम तारुआ भाई ये लाइव स्ट्रीमर कौन है इसकी तो भाई इसका चैनल देखना जरा लाइव के भाई सब
के लौड़े गरीब गरीब तो है तेरे पूरे खानदान के गरीब है बहुत डी दल्ले
अरे भाई मारूंगा तेरे को तू लाइव स्ट्रीम कर रहा है ना नाम बता अपना नाम तो तेरा यही है ना यही है रैंक जो ओके
चलो गाइस बेटा दमो तो पापा को मार के दिखा देना डॉक्सी नाम है डॉक्सी
छोड़ के देख तेरा बाप
डॉग रख लेना डॉग रख ले इससे बढ़िया डॉग
बाप का नाम देख
मार में दमो मार के दिखाना
मार के भाई 6 बार
कैंडी को मार के दिखा दे भाई कैंडी को
छूट पे जंप कर दूं क्या जंप कर दूं तेरी बहन की छूट में जंप कर दूं तेरी बहन की छूट में जंप कर दूं गारंटी के जंप कर दूं तेरी बहन की छूट में
अरे भाई अरे भाई अरे भाई अरे भाई वो उतर गया
भाई ट्री मोर निकल लो बहुत तेजी से गाड़ी उठा के
अब आगे की कोचिंग देख एकदम
उधर देख
अल्टीमेट रोल है मेरे को 20 किल करने हैं बस एक दिन
ले हो गए हो तो गए
अबे सब तो गया क्या
मैं कह रहा हो तो गए
मैंने के 20 किल कर रहा था हो गए 20 किल पर ये तो भाई कुछ और ही आया कनेक्शन टू सर्वर लॉस प्लीज चेक योर नेटवर्क कनेक्शन भाई उतरे ठीक है भाई भी तो आईडी के 4 घंटे बच रहे अभी तो ना ही मार मुझे लग रहा है भाई पानी भर जाएंगे इस हिसाब से तो मैं करके आता
नहीं आएगा, रहने दे मत कर। ना 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 ना, वो आ गया ना लिखा, कनेक्टिंग टू मैच सर्वर लैश वीकेंड टू योर इंप्रूव्ड मैच। क्या सीन हो रहा है? पहला मैच ही है सर। अबे मैं तो बाहर आ गया। एंटर द मैच आएगा हमारे पे। स्टार्ट मार के होंगे मैं भी। रिस्टार्ट मार के होंगे। क्या करना बोल।
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
Team match. Let's go.
Watch out! Watch out! The blue team's streak has just been put to an end. The blue team is in the lead. Blue team! Reloading! Cover me! Watch out! Put to an end. Reloading! Cover me! Down! Reloading! Killing spree for the blue team! Cover me! The blue team is heading to a perfect win.
Great. You're about to win.
The blue team's streak
Watch
has
out.
just been put to an end. Watch out!
Team victory.
उस मैच का भाई ठीक है बच रहा, तू भी पिट गया मैं भी पिट गया। ये खेल हुआ भी मटेरियल चाह रहे। आज तो बारिश नहीं रुक रही, आज तो गुस्से में।
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
गारंटी जीतू मैं चाहूंगा तब मैं चाहूंगा जीतू
Team match. Let's go.
Point for the red team. Watch out! Cover me! Reloading!
घर में ही बड़े बैठे बता
Cover me!
गेम
Free for the blue team! Blue team's streak has just been brought to an end!
और क्या पर तुमने बदले में हम क्या दिए
Someone has been here. The blue team is in the lead.
हमारे एक नंबर 1 HP दरवाजे भी
Watch out! Has cover me! Watch out! Reloading! The red team doesn't have a lot of time left.
Great. You're about to win.
रुको
Watch out! Killing spree for the red team!
क्या लड़ते पे आ रहे हैं
ठीक है